I want to welcome you back to Black Site, and tonight I want to talk to you about Coach Deion Sanders of Jackson State and the prize number one recruit Travis Hunter and the racism that has preceded him joining that program. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. Deion Sanders, who only has been the coach of Jackson State for a year, has done something no other HBCU coach has done. He has went out and got the number one high school recruit in the country, Travis Hunter, to come to a HBCU, which is Jackson State. After this happened Thursday, there were members of the media, college football coaches, and others who had negative comments about Travis Hunter going to a HBCU. You would have thought that Travis Hunter committed a crime. The only thing he did was make a choice. Make a choice that so many other college athletes make every year in college football. That is, pick the school that they wanted to go to. He wanted to be coached by a legend, someone who was admired throughout professional sports, and as a man, Deion Sanders. But many of those across the college football landscape proceeded to attack not only Deion Sanders, not only Travis Hunter, but Jackson State itself. You had people like Dabo Sweeney, Lane Kiffin, and others who believe this is a mistake. You had other people out there saying nonsense like Jackson State paid Travis Hunter off. Jackson State is not a rich institution by far. Most black colleges survive from year to year. They don't have the money like Alabama, Clemson, Michigan, USC. They're not even in the same park. But those who wish to denigrate Deion Sanders, Jackson State, and HBCUs by saying negative things like it's like a third-rate institution that you go to when you can no longer go anywhere else. And when you hear Doug Gottlieb say these words about institutions that have put so many professionals into this world, who is now has a vice president of the United States, which is Kamala Harris, if you like her or not. But what Deion Sanders is saying is that you can come play for your own and still be respected as a football player. But those who are in the power structure of college football don't want to see this desertion back to HBCUs. It was a time in this country where the black players could only play at HBCUs, and they were only welcome to the NFL after AFL football teams start going to those universities and seeing them as gold mines for players. You know so many Hall of Famers like Shannon Sharp, Jerry Rice, Walter Payton, Willie Lanier, and countless others who have went to HBCUs. If Travis Hunter is the player that he is, which we all believe, he will be in the NFL, and it doesn't matter where he plays. But in college football today, those predominantly white universities, state universities, truly believe that they own these black athletes who put 90,000 people in the seats and who put money into the institutions that they go to. And we talking about putting millions into their endowments. But Deion Sanders is doing the same way. See, what's going to happen is that he's putting Jackson State on the map. He's taking players away, but he's also going to increase the endowment and the wealth that Jackson State will now receive because of the spotlight being on the institution. And many don't want to see that, including Lane Kiffin, the coach of Mississippi, because he had no chance of landing Travis Hunter. And for those at the University of Florida State who happen to be now out there burning his jersey and ridiculing Deion Sanders for taking Travis Hunter away from Florida State, you had a chance to hire Deion Sanders, but you hired someone else. But what I can't understand is how could you burn the jersey, possibly, of your greatest athlete or player ever to go to your institution because of a young man who decided to make a choice? This shows you how they feel about you. Travis Hunter was nothing but property they believe they deserve so they can win football games. But sometimes you have to understand, being a player and going to institution is a lot more than scoring touchdowns. Sometimes it's about being with someone you believe that can make you a better man. And that's what Travis Hunter believed when he went to Jackson State and Deion Sanders. Nick Saban said it himself that Deion Sanders is a good man. He's a good person. But they are terrified that top recruits will now start going to Jackson State, Grambling, Alcorn State, Bethune-Cookman, Florida A&M. If they will now not have the great athletes that they want, their prize athletes that they once had complete control over. I am very disappointed in some members of the media. I am very disappointed at some of these college coaches who had the nerve to criticize a young man for going to a HBCU. And I'm shocked at the response that I have seen by some of the college football fans around the country. It's only one athlete, one person. One out of the top 300 went to a HBCU, and you happen to be angry about that one, but you got 299. That shows you the greed and the arrogance of some of these large pro football institutions. Now they're saying that he may receive some money from Barstool, but those same people were not complaining about Quinn Edwards, who went to Ohio State and got over $1 million, and now he's transferring to the University of Texas. We haven't heard a word, but we have heard multiple complaints about Travis Hunter and Deion Sanders. This is only one player, but this may be something big. It may be the beginning of something. It might be an avalanche of black players going home to HBCUs. I want to thank you for listening to Black Site. I hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.